welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy. Okay, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Let me drink some tea. Hi. Okay. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So I'm going to be doing a reading for everybody. This is for all signs. Half of it, I'm going to probably be whispering. I'll talk when I can. If you guys would like to if you would like to join me for the fire ceremony on the 7th, I'm going to be doing the 7/7 Lucky Dragon Fire Ceremony. You can purchase an expedite from emmyevolving.com/shop/77FC. So I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is building an empire. There's a lot of things that's going to be happening, and these things will help you to really, really build the life of your dreams. But you have to be willing to go and do things you've never done before. Not things that are bad, not things that lack integrity. Okay? You're going to need to do things that scare you. Things that have the ability to take you to a whole nother level of existence. Sorry. If you can find the courage, everything is pretty much being organized for you right now. There are things that are being organized on your behalf. You don't even have to ask for these things to happen. If you pay attention over the next week or so, you'll begin to see offers for opportunities that seem like they are too good to be true. And I promise you, this is the start of the next part of your life. This is the beginning of it. You're going to be allowed to have a little bit of an advance notice. And if you allow yourself to accept some, not all, some of the offers, some of the opportunities, you are not going to regret this. But you have to use discernment. You have to. You have to allow yourself to discern, because there's a lesson that's needing to be learned during this period. And if you can learn this lesson, it involves discernment. Then what ends up happening is all of these doorways are opened for you. So let's see how this is going to play out. Some of the potential ways for this to play out, okay? Again, you have to find the courage. This is going to be a very scary, very intimidating period for so many people. And it's not to say that catastrophic global events will happen. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that. There's just going to be some stuff that's going to be like, what? And if you can be brave, you're going to be like, fuck yeah. I'm telling you. So you're going to see some signs, okay? You're going to see some signs, and these signs are going to help to begin confirming what you're already suspecting. These signs will involve the positive and the negative things that are coming your way. Okay? Thank you, Bailey. All right. Ooh, I'm feeling energy in my chest. I'm feeling like an excitement. And, oh, that's not a nice thing to say. Oh, good, you're not dead. No, motherfucker, I'm not. But thank you. Thank you for your concern. All right. Let's get started. All right, so. Ooh, hot diggity damn. Okay. Okay. Starting off super strong. Power. You have to begin harnessing this power that you already have. You have to use it with intention. Okay? That includes choosing your words wisely. That includes choosing in a very wise manner who you will and will not engage with. There are some NPC ass motherfuckers that are all up in your space. Okay. There are some NPC type mofos all up in your space. They're trying to waste your energy. They're trying to drain your manifestation energy. You have 2 fingers to show them which way to go. You know what I'm saying? You have 2 fingers to show them which way to go. That way or that way. Whichever fucking way. Just. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm whispering? Okay. Do not waste your energy on that shit. There are things you don't want to remember. These are events from your life. These are things that have already happened. You're like traumatized off of it, right? So, I mean, I get it. There are a lot of things that have happened to me personally that I just don't want to deal with. But we have to, because there is some it's like nuggets of information, things that you've already learned that you don't need to learn again, right? You don't need to learn that again. So if you go ahead and remember, allow yourself to recall, why does this current situation feel similar? Because it's a repeat of the same old It's a repeat of the same old I'm just saying, like, it's like, so every day, multiple times a day, I examine the droppings? Or do I just accept, okay, this is what it is? I have to go ahead and throw it away so no one steps on it, right? Because I like to keep my space clean. It's the same thing with life circumstances. It's the same thing. It is the same thing. If you allow yourself to examine things that need to be examined, perfect. But you don't gotta examine everything. You just don't. But you do. For certain things, you need to allow yourself to remember. You need to allow yourself to really just take a good, hard look back there where that happened. Because it's about to happen again. And that back there was caca. It was caca. You don't need that again. Because you're going to waste your energy. So, if you're going to choose to go ahead and ignore, which that's up to you, I don't know, some people don't like to listen. So, I genuinely feel it is your life to do with as you consider appropriate for yourself. I can give you all the information in the world, and if you don't want to hear it, then I need to conserve my voice. I just do. I'm not going to keep repeating stuff. So what's going to happen is you're going to continue to have lack of awareness, and these potential pairings, these potential business type pairings, they're not going to happen for you. That's plain and simple. There's no negotiations. I don't give a shit. I don't. It's just not going to happen. You want something to happen, you have to do something different. You have to. I said in the very beginning, if you are willing to find your courage, I gotta spray myself. I'm getting riled the fuck up over this. Okay. If you are willing to find your courage, some really amazing things are about to unfold for you. Opportunities you never thought you could have. Yes. Yes. And, some people are going to be like, oh my God, all you think about is money. Well, motherfucker, do you know how much cheese costs? My once upon a time $10 piece of cheese is now over $20. So yes, everybody has to think about financial stability. And it's just fucking obnoxious. Obnoxious as fuck for people to be like, no, I'm just gonna manifest this and that, and go right ahead. How long have you been saying that? I gotta say this in a powerful voice. Come on, second. How long you been fucking saying you're gonna manifest a life that you want, a life of your dreams? How's that been going? How has that been going for you? Hmm? Hmm? Hmm. I'm saying. There's no nice way for me to say it. You gotta stop pretending if you are not happy with where you are at right now. It's okay. It is literally okay if you are not happy where you're at right now. Because when you allow yourself to be honest with your level of happiness, you can then begin to empower yourself with the reality, the knowledge, awareness of the reality of what you need to do to get to a place where you are happy. Okay. It's not a matter of how much money you have. It's a matter of how stable you feel with what you have. And if you can feel stable with literally absolutely nothing in your bank account, that's powerful. That's powerful. There's nothing wrong with you. That's powerful. But if you can't feel stable with $100,000, I mean, that's still reasonable. $100,000 worth of savings, that's not okay. You need to get out of that space you're in. It's not that you need more money. It's that you need to begin taking the steps to become more stabilized within yourself. You see what I'm saying? I know people who are multimillionaires and so unhappy. And I myself have been homeless and so fucking happy. Like, so happy. Felt so stable within myself. There was no bitterness, no none of that. No jealousy, no envy, no none of that. It's about where you're at within yourself and your journey. So, so long as you continue to reject the reality of who you are and where you are within your journey, you will not be able to come home to yourself. It's like the person who's ashamed of growing up in, but sorry, I don't know, someone's knocking at the door. I don't think anyone's knocking. It's like the person who grew up in a small town and they're ashamed of that town, right? Because they've been wooed by the lights of Hollywood, which, I mean, I don't know. Some people like that, right? Whatever. And so when they're of age, they leave the town and they refuse to ever come back because all of a sudden they're bougie now. They're too good. Like, no, it's too small of a town. We don't have, like, Neiman Marcus. We don't have Saks there. Whatever. So you're not going to be able to come home to yourself. As long as you continue to reject the reality of who you are. And just because you're not yet happy with who you are and where you are, does not mean that you need to feel ashamed. It just doesn't. It doesn't mean that. It just means you're not happy right now. That's all it means. It means you're needing something more than what you have. Maybe you need more conversation with people who resonate with you. Maybe you're needing less controversy in your life. I don't know. You're going to have to analyze. Because, here's the thing. When you allow yourself to analyze what's making you so unhappy, you then begin to realize your life is feeling extremely uncomfortable because you are not where you belong. It's just about getting you to continue moving, to continue flowing, to continue with being who you are, rediscovering parts of yourself. There's an entire empire waiting for you to be ready to receive it. An entire empire. I think for the ones who can take this message seriously, what's going to happen is this profound purpose is going to open up pathways that lead to generational wealth. You understand what that means? Generational wealth. One second. Generational wealth. Generational wealth. The type of stability you dream of. The opportunity to create a stability so profound that it extends beyond your lifetime, beyond the lifetime of your children, that it carries with it the potentiality to create a stability for your great, great, great grandchildren. Who doesn't want to be a gift like that unto all who come from me? I would love that. To know that even after I'm long gone, all the humans who are from my body, I can still take care of them. That I have instilled the knowledge and wisdom that will carry my family for many generations, and they will exist as a testament to the gravity of grace and purpose. Oh my God. That. That's the type of generational wealth that makes the entirety of the human race rich with love. This is a massive opportunity. This period is a massive, massive, massive opportunity. Not just to buy material things, to create a life worthy of the greatness of your profound purpose. I'm saying, you have to contain all of your fears. You have to contain all of these recordings from the people who didn't have the courage to do what you came into their bloodline to do. Ooh, I'm saying. Oh, I'm saying. I used to think that I had to delete all of the hurtful recordings that are stored in here and in here. And then I realized, no, I have to simply reframe what those recordings mean to me, what they do for me. Once upon a time, those recordings would tear me down. Now, when the recordings start to play, my ass gets lit on fire. My rebellion is triggered. Fuck you and your desire to hold me down. 'Cause I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep rising because that's what I was made to do. And unless you want to get burned, I would let the fuck go of my coattails. That's what those recordings do for me now. If you want to harm yourself by playing with my fire, go right the hell ahead. Go right ahead. And I'm not going to feel sorry. And I'm not going to sure I am not going to shut the fuck up. I'm just not. And anyone who has a problem with that, sounds like a you problem. It just does. It sounds like a you problem. You might want to talk to a professional about your problems. I'm just saying. That's on you. People who have a problem. That you exist? You're going to have to talk to God about that. 'Twas God who co-signed you. It was God who co-signed you. People like that are like gas. It's uncomfortable to hold it in. You just gotta let it out. Let them go. Okay? These are people who want you to be upside down in your ability to create. These are the people who go out of their way to convince you that you don't have the power of creation already existing inside you. Did you know, and you can look this up, you existed in your mother's ovary before she was even born? Yeah. Mm-hmm. How powerful is that? You existed as an egg in your mother's ovary before she was even born. I'm just saying. You've always had the power to create before your body even existed. Did you know it is not the parent that chooses the child? No. It is the child that chooses all of the family members. They choose the family they are born into. That's how powerful you are. That people had to be created because you chose to exist at some point. That other souls agreed to incarnate to honor your desire to exist. How fucking powerful are you? And these are people who are trying to convince you that you don't have this type of power over yourself. I mean, oh, this right here. Ooh. Becoming entirely ready for God to remove my defects of character, honey. No. You don't have defects of character. You have power that has been misunderstood, power that has been misused, power that has not been filtered through the hands of responsibility and accountability. We don't have defects of character. We have environments that do not know how to foster the proper and responsible use of our character and our power. You are not a defect. You are intentionally designed. You are intentionally designed. That just hurts my heart. It hurts my heart to know that you genuinely believe that you have a defective character. That's the furthest thing from the truth. I've been told many times over the course of my life that same exact lie. It's a lie. It's a result of an environment that was too weak to be able to handle, much less accept, the gravity of the existence of someone like myself. I was never meant to fit in. I was never meant to think like other people. And because I didn't, I was very viciously punished by so many people. And I'm here today grateful for the weak people in my life. The weak ones who made it their mission to try and destroy me. All they did was awaken the rebelliousness inside me. And then look what they did. They made me so sick and tired of the fucking lies. Lies about who I am, what I am. Lies about the way I am. And all they did was take so much from me that I became too tired to give any kind of shit about their fucking opinions. All they did was help me take more steps towards the point of realization that I'm here for something so profound that they will never understand. Instead, I will have to just live my life. Let them see me be exactly what I am. I am not a defect. You are not a defect. Everyone in this community was intentionally created. You didn't find me by accident. You found me when it was time for voice of reason to speak up against the lies they've convinced you to believe about yourself. that you're struggling to untangle yourself from the lies that people are trying to convince you to believe about you. Just because people don't understand you does not mean that you are broken. Soul is very efficient. Excuse me. Why would you be created to fit in if you are here to dismantle the very system that requires your compliance? You're not supposed to comply. You're supposed to think for yourself. You're supposed to question. And you are supposed to get real fucking mad when people lie to your face about yourself. You know who you are. You know who you are. It's time to be reborn into a different mindset. It's time to understand. You are not to ground yourself in the ways that other people do. For some of us, for many of us in this community, we come from a lineage of chaos. Not chaos as in destruction. Chaos as in the most powerful form of magic. I used to be ashamed that I come from chaos. That I am a daughter of chaos. I used to be so ashamed. It caused me to overcompensate and have control issues. It caused me to begin to develop clinical OCD. And then my ADHD kicked in. And for some reason, I just forgot to be ashamed. I was too distracted to continue attacking myself. To continue with the same bullshit day in and day out. Thank God for my defects. My defects, it turns out, they're actually superpowers that a neurotypical mind does not understand. Because they can't explain it. They can't quantify it. And to that, I say, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for being a quantum anomaly in a linear world. I'm not sorry that I come equipped with the ability to find the solutions that so many of our ancestors have failed to find. And I'm not sorry for being so strong that even I can't stop myself anymore. The time for me to be sorry is done. The time for us to step into our purpose, our power. That's coming very soon. Very, very, very soon. That's a powerful thing. When you can accept that you are other, you know what happens? Your shame goes away. You stop trying to be something you're not. And instead, you just are who you are. A gift unto the people who don't know what to do with you. Yeah. I know I will never fit in. Not until I change the world. then I need to start doing what I'm here to do, which is be fully present, fully transparent, to be as authentic as I'm capable of being at any given moment, and to know that sometimes I need to just be quiet and not share and not be seen, because I need time for myself, and that's okay. And sometimes, even when I want that, I'm gonna need to show up and be loud and be rowdy and be hard to fucking ignore. Because guess what? Sometimes motherfuckers need to fucking learn. And I'm a damn good teacher. I can teach you about boundaries. I can teach you where you can go fuck yourself. Because I'm not gonna put up with shit. No. Exactly. Most people no longer try with me. It's only the really, really, really demon Horita ones that think that I won't notice what they're doing. I see everything. I see everything. It's serious. Sometimes I pretend I don't. Just so you don't feel embarrassed. But I fucking saw what you did. I know what you're trying to do. Just because I'm not speaking on it right now does not mean I don't know. I'm going to share this with you guys. Hold on. Let's go ahead and airdrop this right there. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Conserve your voice. You guys gotta watch this. I was watching it in the car earlier, and my husband's listening to it, right? I didn't say a word. And he's like, oh, that's you. That is so you. Oh, whatever. Here, I played for you. Listen to this amazing lady. It's Monica Lynn. That's her screen name.
We're going to talk about the correlation between being pissed off, impatient, and psychic. If you feel consistently pissed off because you feel like everybody else around you does not have common sense, please understand that it's much more likely that you actually just have very uncommon senses. And everybody around you does have common sense, but that's very basic. I was the most frustrated child on the fucking planet because I could not understand why everybody else around me just didn't understand things that seemed to me to be complete common sense. It seems simple. It seemed, why don't they understand this, right? But I didn't understand that I was seeing, feeling, hearing, receiving much more information than everybody else around me. And I was pissed about it because I didn't understand that they weren't seeing it. They weren't hearing it. They weren't getting help. And it made me impatient with people for the longest time in my life because I didn't understand why it did not make sense to people when it made sense in my head, because I could just connect with the energy and get it like that. I didn't have to go through a process of learning. I didn't have to go through a process of trying to comprehend, to understand. I just received the information like that because I am clairvoyant. I did not understand that other people weren't getting that. So I was pissed. I was frustrated. If you are frustrated, please understand. If you're pissed at people, if you feel like everybody else around you doesn't have common sense, I get it. They still don't, you know what I mean? But like, you are receiving more. It's you. You're the problem. And it's not a problem. You've just never been told what you're searching for. You've never been told what you're feeling for. The only problem is no one ever taught you that because our society told us that there was something wrong with it. If you learn what you're feeling for, you're going to realize you are the one with patience. You are the one with the actual superior senses. You are actually receiving more than everybody, and you've been frustrated because you thought everybody else around you was getting the same thing. Sometimes we have more than we think, and we're pissed off about it, thinking that everybody else has it better.
Did you hear everything she said? Accurate. You have to stop listening to people who do not have the same elevations in capacity, in capability as you. You just do. You have to stop listening to them. Did you know? For most of my life, I have had people who claim to love me, claim to care, claim to understand, vilify me. Why? Well, because Emmy has to be talking to demons to be knowing what she's knowing. She has to have sold her soul to the devil in order to know what she knows. Motherfucker, God told me. God told me I don't like the devil. I don't like Shaitan. But Shaitan and I, we're not friends. We are not friends. We have never been acquaintances. Shaitan did not like me. I tell you. They have tried to convince me that the gifts I received from God makes me evil. That I am an abomination. Well, fuck you, Father. I'm saying. You doing so good. You're a man of the cloth. Why are you scared of a little girl? Because you know that I am a daughter of divinity. And the words I speak, even in a whisper, are evidence of my divine origins. I do not exist as a contradiction to the existence of divinity. I am direct proof of it. And just because the basic people cannot quantify me does not mean I'm invalid. It means they need to work harder to get to a level of understanding that I was born with. It doesn't make me better. It just makes me a better leader, a better guide. You bear that with integrity, with authenticity. You got a divine purpose. You take that as a whole package. It's now a divine purpose. You gotta stop being ashamed of who you are. It's taken me 40-something years. Over 40 years. To stop being ashamed. Why was I ever ashamed to begin with? Because the adults, they couldn't grasp how to parent me. They couldn't control me. They couldn't negate the truth that would come from the mouth of a child. You know, I've been prophetic my entire life. I've known things since I was a toddler. And it scared all the adults in my life. I would often be told to be quiet. So I spent more than half my life in a forced introverted state. I'm an ambivert. I was born extroverted, and I was conditioned to be an introvert. And now, I pick and choose who I will be social with. If you're going to waste my time, if you're going to waste my words, if you are going to simply try and take from me my energy and my birthright, I will just be fucking mute because I will not gift you with interaction. And if you cross specific lines that I have drawn, oh, you'll hear from me. Because all you've done, crossing my boundaries, is beg me to teach you about boundaries. And now I see there's nothing wrong with me. There never has been. There never has been. So, some twin bullshit is entering the chat. I gotta go. The reading is done. Oh, Lord. Okay. Look. Okay. Here you go. Here's your twin message. Someone just got ants in their pants. That I think they realize they've missed the boat. And they don't know how to communicate. They're trying to move forward from this. But of course they can't. They won't. They're obsessed with you. They see you being super fearless on this sacred journey. They love the way you're moving through all of this, just moving. I'm saying totally like tribal fusion dancing. I'm saying you just move so sexy. And they really like you. Who cares? Who cares? They're obsessed with you. They've been obsessed with you for how long? Let them stay obsessed. Who cares? All right. So, everyone's noticing the moves you're making, right? Except you. You're not allowing your intuition to talk to you. Why? Your intuition is going to save you from a lot of bullshit. You got to listen to that, even if it doesn't make sense. So, if someone's like, hey, Emmy, we should go hang out. And I'm like, sure. But then I keep feeling like, oh my God, it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know. I don't know why, but I can't. I don't want to. I don't want to hang out for some reason. And then the person keeps asking. Oh, this is actually a true story. This is a true story. So there was this person that kept asking me to hang out, and they happen to know where I live, right? And then, oh my God, it's like for almost a year already. They're like, I'm gonna get you to come out with me. I'm like, sure, I can't. And then finally, I was just like, you know what? There's some reason why. I don't know what it is, but I'm just not gonna go out with you. I'm just not. I'm not going to agree to meet you. And then at the very, very end of that connection, whatever, I saw exactly why I never wanted to be physically in the same space with this person. Extremely manipulative. Shady as fuck. And just so good at playing this role. Bitch, you knew I'm psychic. Bitch, you knew I'm psychic. Bitch, you knew I'm psychic. I'm saying, because this person, for that like whole year, was like, oh my God, you're the most psychic person I know. And there would be times where they'd be going through something, and then I would just text them like, hey, are you okay? Because like some, I don't know, shit feels weird. I think it got to do with you. And they'd be like, oh my God, how did you know? Because bitch, I'm psychic. I don't know why people think that they can get over on you and hide shit about themselves, and in the same breath be so fucking aware of how psychic you are. Like, you're making me sweat. that's just okay. So, as my husband likes to say, no wonder. Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I listened to my intuition for that entire year. I did not know why. I kept finding excuses to not meet up with them. They want to take me out to lunch. They wanted this. They wanted that. They wanted all this stuff. And I'm just like, sure. Ooh, I can't. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I was actually busy. But let's face it. I own my company. If I really wanted to spend time with you, I will find a fucking way to spend time with you. I will find a way. If you gotta just be in my living room and I come out of the office and hang out with you for 15 minutes in between my sessions throughout the day, I'm gonna find a fucking way to spend time with you. Listen to your intuition. It is trying to protect you from the demon horrors of the world. Demon whores. Demon Whore Squad. DWS. Yes. We don't play with DWS. They bring drama and bullshit, and they drain all of your manifestation energy. All of it gets drained. So you have to allow yourself to protect yourself. Excuse me. She feels. She knows. You can feel it. You know who these people are. And you let them access you. And you get beat up by your own gaslighting. You gaslight yourself into believing you are the issue. You're not. Not when you're dealing with DWS. The word wants to be written. No. You don't need to tell these people off, not even in an email. You gotta just ignore. So, if I determine that someone is DWS, no. We're not gonna be friends. We're not gonna be acquaintances. You're not gonna be a client. You're not gonna be any of those things because I don't want your drama. It's a true story. It's a very true story. I don't want anyone's drama in my life. If you are a friend, someone I cherish, I can absolutely sit there and listen, keep you company, be a friend, love you when you need it the most. If you are not a friend, I don't owe you any of my time. I don't. And you guys have to begin being okay with understanding and accepting that about the people in your life. You do not owe other people your time, your energy, your creation power just because they're going through something. Now, if someone you care about is going through something, see if you can help. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, see if you can help. If that person that you love, every single time has an issue, has a problem, you're going to have to stop. You're enabling it. Save your energy to manifest the life that will help you to heal beyond being an enabler. Conserve your energy against the grain. Sometimes you have to just swim against the current. Sometimes you have to be rebellious. You can't always give everyone what they want, especially the people who have never had a problem asking for more, even though you just gave to them. I had a person years ago who was having a lot of hardship. And so I went ahead. I did a fundraiser for them, right? Because that's just who I am. I don't like people suffering or struggling. So I did a fundraiser for them. It was a very successful fundraiser. This was years ago, and I was still just on Facebook. And yeah, got them out of their situation, which good. They now have the opportunity to create a better circumstance for themselves. And you know what? A couple weeks later, take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. They were in the same exact situation, and they were coming to me privately like, Emmy, I need your help. You're the only one that can help me. No. I'm not your personal ATM. No, I cannot help you. You see, you're not having a crisis. You're not having an acute problem. You are simply living the lifestyle that you choose. So, thank you for helping me to learn this. Stop messaging me. You gotta have the courage to be honest with yourself. You just do. You know? You just need to help when your heart makes it impossible for you to not help. And then you just need to have some sympathy, not empathy. Sympathy. Like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that. And then keep it moving when your heart is not making it impossible for you to not help. You need to be able to call yourself out if you are the type of person who likes to trauma bond with others. I used to be one of those people. My preferred mode of bonding is bonding through trauma and crisis back then. Because short of me fixing your problems, I didn't know how to interact and bond with other people. I just didn't. I didn't learn how in childhood. I was left alone a lot. I had no one to learn how to bond with. And so I didn't learn how to bond. But I did learn that if someone needs you enough, they'll keep you around. And that's how I became a people pleaser. Yes to everything. Give everything. And I promise you, no matter how much you give, eventually you'll run out. And then they'll toss you aside. Because they never needed you. They just needed someone to give. To give to them. Not everyone is like this. But quite a few are. And I feel like most of our community are the very people who keep giving. And with that, we have to know when to give and when it's unhealthy for us personally. That's why I really try my hardest to not ask for donations. I try really hard. There's a lot of people that come to me and it's like, I'm sorry, I can't. You know, I have to protect our community too. I can't just ask all the time. It has to be a special circumstance. But you have to be able to do this for yourself. You have to be able to discern, is this right for me to give? No, do not give. Only when your heart makes it impossible to walk away without helping in some way, shape, or form, do you allow yourself to give? If you are a giver, that is who you are. I am a giver. That is who I am. You cannot ask me to never give to anyone. I can't be myself if I do that. But I have to know the difference between a need and a preference. All of this is about releasing the programs, the conditioning that has caused you to deplete yourself so much that you have been thus far unable to begin building your empire. It all circles back to how you will build your empire. You've forgotten that you come from a legacy of light. You've forgotten that you also need to restore and replenish. The messages surround you. If you would allow yourself to receive these messages from soul, you'll then enter into a circle of growth. You have to allow new birth guarded vigilantly. Oftentimes, you leave yourself so exposed and overly vulnerable to those who would take advantage of your kindness, who take advantage of your generosity, who take advantage of your grace. You gotta stop. Allow yourself to awaken. If you don't allow the awareness to expand, you will not be able to enter into a higher level of understanding. You need that higher level of understanding to be able to build an empire. You cannot build and sustain a multi-million-dollar company using the logic of a 7-year-old running a lemonade stand. Don't get me wrong. If you are to start implementing business practices at 7 years old, with enough time, enough trial and error, maybe even a formal education, you can eventually begin running a multi-million-dollar corporation, if that's your desire. But I promise you, even if you had the training, the degrees, the mentorships, the internships, all of that, if you still have the mindset of a 7-year-old running a lemonade stand, your company will never thrive. It will not be viable. You apply this logic to your dreams, your goals. Are you using an outdated mindset? Are you using an outdated perception of yourself? For every new goal, a new you has to emerge. A new version of you has to be allowed to step forward. If not, well then, it's going to end up the way everything in your life ends up. Which could be a good thing if everything in your life works out for you. It would be a very good thing. But for most of us, what ends up happening? We become so discouraged right at the finish line that we give up a foot before we cross the finish line. That's why a large portion of what you try to manifest does not come to fruition. pursue your goals all the way through. Take it all the way through to the very last part and beyond it. All the way. For those who have the courage to do it while afraid, it's gonna pay off beautifully. You're gonna build something so amazing. And it's going to be sustained. It's not going to be a flash in the pan. It's not going to be, oh, it was a good 3 months, 6 months. It's going to be something that keeps going. No end in sight. Wealth beyond your wildest dreams. A stability that makes you find even deeper reserves of courage. The goal is not to not be afraid. The goal is to still keep going, even when you are. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to keep going. It's also okay for me to stop this reading here because I really got to rest my throat now. I do. My throat is just, I need to stop talking. So, guys, the way you're going to build this empire, you're going to allow yourself to be aware of the spaces within yourself that you're hiding your power so that you can better pretend that you have none. Find those parts. Find those pockets and marinate in that. Allow yourself to recognize how powerful you are. Allow yourself to feel it, to speak it into being, and to put the action that is necessary to make it come to fruition. You can make many things happen for yourself. Thus far, you've primarily been focused on only manifesting things that make you stressed out and unhappy. That means if you have the power to manifest unsavory experiences, you have the power to manifest the most savory, most delicious experience ever. So choose that. Try it. What do you have to lose? You know what to do when you're disappointed. You've been disappointed about many things. You've survived many, 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 many years of feeling disappointed. So what's the big deal? You try something and it doesn't work out, okay? You know how to handle disappointment. Try a different way. And keep trying a different way until you get the outcome that you want. The outcome that you know you deserve. Commit to yourself. Commit to your process. Give yourself permission to move to the next part of your life. Guys, I'm going to be live on the 7th for the 7/7 portal. If you'd like to join me for energy work, for readings, go to meevolving.com/shop/77FC. Until then, I will see you guys very soon. It's in a couple days. So that's why I'm trying to rest my voice. So that way I can actually speak. Eventually. See? You hear that? But then it goes like this. All right, guys. I love you very much. Sorry I haven't been sorry I haven't been as present. Trying to get my voice to heal. It's doing a little bit better. Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye, everyone.